Stalker Patti.
Nice woman.
Hello.
Hi, Patty.
Hi.
What happened to your makeover?
Yeah, kind of went away.
Your makeover turned into yikes.
No.
We're back to the old Patty again.
Yeah.
No, I just woke up a little late this morning.
Yeah, so
did Bill Burr.
Yeah.
So I had to tell some boring story until he got here.
What do you got in the bag? Is that yours?
No.
Oh, I thought you brought that.
That was there already.
That's for Bill Burr.
Just hoping for
bottle
some
of
truffles.
wine.
Hey, where's the book that you had to read over the weekend for
Oh,
us?
I read 8 chapters
why
of it,
does her
and
voice
I have
go right
my
through you?
notes.
I read 8 chapters of the way.
Yeah, let me move this before this
I
bottle
have my
shatters.
notes
Yeah.
of what
Shadows?
I read
Shadows?
so far
Shatters.
and what I
Sorry.
covered.
All right. The book is called Everything You Know About Sex Is Wrong.
Hey, do you have to pay for the truffles when you bring them here?
Sometimes, but
You
I get
do?
50% off when I do that.
50% off?
Yeah, because it's a good type of privilege that I get my discount.
You should bring them every time, though.
Yeah.
See, because we eat them within seconds. It's like a shark feeding frenzy of truffles.
You're certainly not here for your good looks. Bring the chocolate.
We welcome you here with open arms to accept
Bring the chocolate, Turnip Body. Someone wants to make a point here. Yes, sir.
Who, me?
Yeah, because I don't know your name. It's not written down.
My name's Keith.
Hey, Keith.
And, yeah, I just want to help Anthony out. Because, you know, you guys are nailing him with the cook. But who's the guy that's got the little Polish house cleaning lady, huh?
All right.
What have you been in
All right,
there?
hold on a minute.
Opie's got a Polish cleaning lady.
Hold on.
Does she wear the little black
Hold on.
maid
Let me
uniform?
call this guy out. I've never heard a Polish lady called a little Polish lady.
Yeah, she probably has fucking those big blue collar arms.
Opie,
My-
this is great.
My Polish cleaning lady could beat the shit out of me.
Oh, does she?
She does.
I wish.
Yeah. And you're giving Anthony all that kind of shit.
All right, man.
I
come
will
on.
tie you up with some dusting rags. We'll have some make this sex.
For once, I had Anthony in the barrel, and you're helping him out.
Thank you, sir.
Ant doesn't need help. He doesn't get in the barrel often. Let us enjoy when he slips into it. You know, I was thinking about you though this weekend, and I went to a restaurant.
Yes.
And I had a Polish woman as my waitress.
Yeah.
It's the thing you talk about with
It's
the
the
Polish
Russian,
strippers and
Polish, yeah.
Actually, what am I saying? Not
Russian.
It was Russian. I'm sorry.
But
it was
the
a
Polish
Russian,
women are like a knockoff of the Russian.
a Russian waitress, and she had the whole thing you talk about on this
Yeah.
show.
Just about the money.
Oh,
It's about the money. And the strippers, they're all Polish now. For some reason, that happened. You used to be able to go to the Long Island strip clubs and get, like, you know, a girl that went to Belmore High School or something. And now it's just all, oh, I make this sexy for you, for the money. You want the lap dance? And they're so unsexy, so they can't even fake it well.
Those Chernobyl bodies.
Yeah, little skinny Chernobyl
they
bodies.
have no personalities. They're miserable. This waitress was like, here's the menu. Here's your wine list. Here's your appetizer.
Yeah.
Pay me.
There you go. Where's the tip? Give me the big American tip that you miss. In my country, I was nuclear physicist. Now I have to do this. We were so much superior to you. Yeah. Then what are you doing here?
Right.
Slinging my my hash.
Let's go back to Stalker Patti.
Okay.
So you did a book report on everything you know about sex is wrong.
Yep, I covered 8 chapters.
What
and
chapters?
Well, the first 8. You know, it's an interpretation of an aspect of sexuality. Some aspects are perverted and others are quite healthy.
And to
How do
you,
you know?
all of them are perverted.
Right.
No.
Yes, they are. You look at any type of sex as something dirty.
No,
And that's why
no.
you're a 50-year-old virgin.
By the way, Bill Burr and Stalker Patti both late to the program today.
Enough said.
I came at 9 o'clock. I
You
was
did?
there on
And
time.
then you both went back to sleep, and what?
I was here at 7:25.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to do with anything. You're still late.
I would see
Trying to make
everything
yourself
nine.
less fucked up than I am. I'm irritated with that.
Yeah, well,
That
anyway.
1940s hairdo.
Oh, I know.
She'd be getting kissed in Times Square right now.
Very funny, right, Patty?
I'm Patty the Riveter.
All right.
Well, Chapter 1 covers the San Francisco
Get the chapter
information line, which is similar to Love Lines. That's what it reminded me of. And one of the cases is a guy whose condom slipped, and he thought he had some kind of a disease or something in the chapter, and he's calling for help, and it's just advising him. That's basically all the chapter is about, describing what goes on.
Did he have the disease? Do you know?
No, they were saying most likely you don't, but it can happen that it slips or breaks. It's very much like what Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew would cover if you were to listen to their show, which I have.
Ooh.
Okay, Chapter 2 is
up,
Salvatore Dali, the painter.
Salvatore Dali.
And his wife, whose name was Gayla. And he discovered her erogenous zone was over her left earlobe with a birthmark there, which has nothing to do with the part of the body that's designed for sex, but somehow when he touched that part of the...
Yeah.
I don't know. He would just rub that area with his hand, and he would get excited, and she would.
On the back of her ear.
How did she discover that this was a erogenous zone for her?
I guess because they were married. They met in 1929. They got to know each other, and they got married.
Giving her a wet willy, and all of a sudden she
and that was discovered by accident.
You think that's hot, Patty?
Well, it's a spiritual type of a pleasure that they found in each other, so it's kind of hot.
Where is your erogenous zone, Patty?
I don't know. I haven't discovered that yet.
You go with the self-examination and self-pleasuring, don't you? You do that at night.
Masturbation?
Sometimes you masturbate a little bit.
Ever rub one out, Patty?
You open up that Mexican cave every once in a while.
Have you ever brought yourself to orgasm by yourself in bed? Have you figured that out yet? Worked that combination lock out?
I don't know. I guess I have the feelings.
So when you're taking care of yourself, all of a sudden you'll feel it build up, and then you'll feel a release?
Actually, that only happens right after my period.
You still get one?
Yeah.
What does it come out like?
Regular.
Rust?
Oh,
well, anyway,
molasses in Vermont in January.
Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 really disturbed me, and I wasn't comfortable reading them.
So you skipped them?
No, I read them.
All right.
Chapter 3 discusses something really disgusting called fisting.
Fisting, Patty.
Ew.
Now this you see is perverted.
Well, why don't we...
No, I wouldn't want
Patty,
that to happen to me.
All right, stop scrunching your face and relax a little bit. We're doing a national talk show, so there's probably a lot of people out there that don't know what fisting's about, so why don't you explain that?
Oh, it's putting your entire hand or most of it inside of a woman's vagina. I imagine it must stretch because when you give birth to a baby, the
I've never
baby's
heard of that.
head
How do they go about doing that?
Yeah.
They just do it. They just put their hand inside the woman's body.
Isn't that a little dry for
I don't know. Well, they have the lubricant and everything else they put on their hands. They put the gloves on and they do it. And it described a party where they were doing that, like 8 couples doing that to each other in the chapter, and that was kind of like, ugh.
It was hot, right?
No, I didn't think it was.
Yeah, what were they saying? What were some
I don't
of the
remember
specifics of the chapter?
Well, I don't remember. They weren't saying much. It was just like a little get-together, one of those little sex parties they were describing. Like a bunch of people getting together just for doing that. Then they change partners. And
any rectal fisting?
There was 1 or 2 cases in the chapter where they did discuss that.
Is it a slow approach? Is it more like flicking the jab out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wind up.
Well, according to what it looked like, they were all taking their time.
Well, I guess you would have to, right?
Yeah, but it was kind of disgusting. And then
Even though it was disgusting, Patty.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't do anything like
that.
No. Did you get kind of a weird feeling of being turned on just because it was some kind of sexual thing? Actually,
it turned me off. That chapter really turned me off.
You're missing the biggest part of the chapter. The premise was that we'd see how many people I could fist both vaginally and anally, plus how many could be fisted by others in the span of 2 hours.
Oh, Wow.
They had a little contest going.
Contest, Patty.
They could have, but still, it was
I'm
like
thinking
a
next
party
contest for the show with Patty involved.
No.
Yeah.
What do you think,
For
Patty?
each fist you take, we'll give you $200.
How about a fist?
Heck no. No matter what.
By golly, no.
And then
Absolutely.
chapter 4 was sort of
Wait,
like...
are we done with the fisting?
I think so.
Chapter 3 is fisting.
All right.
Yeah, chapter 4, it sounded like a satanic ritual, bloodletting, where people cut themselves. There's a ritual form of cleansing the body before they attempt the act.
You should have tried the ritual form of cleansing the body last time you were here, according to people that sniffed your armpits.
Oh, stop, You
all clean today?
Yeah, it could have been just the fact that I didn't put deodorant on before I left.
You put it on, though, today.
Yeah, because I always remember.
Still using a right guard?
Hey, Patty, in every book they highlight very important sentences or quotes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Patty, could you read the one on page 25 for all the listeners here?
Page 25.
This is on bloodletting, because I guess people get... Did you learn that people get turned on by this whole bloodletting thing?
Oh, they did in the chapter.
So they cut themselves, and there's something erotic about that, turns them on, and they have better orgasms
it's like a
and
ritual
stuff, right?
Cleansing.
All right, listen to this. This is part of the chapter on bloodletting, Anthony. Go ahead, Stalker Patti.
No. I have to read that?
Yeah, just for the listeners.
Why? Okay. Oh, God. This chapter was so disturbing. Talks about blood sports. Sucking the blood off of your cock has almost sent me into sensory overload. The creamy coppery taste mingling with the smoky fake con taste of you.
Drew Boogie, you getting all this?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I see
really.
the next song.
Give me my book.
Patty, Patty,
Oh,
Patty.
please.
That's what they call
Blood
me.
and cum.
Well, anyway, it just reminded me of what people do in a satanic way
Right.
of worship when you
Yeah.
read those,
All right, what else did you learn about the bloodletting? Anything?
No, it just seems like a ritual. I would imagine that they believe it cleanses the body. Lets out all the impurities. That's
Right.
how I see it, but it's something I wouldn't
Could
do.
you read this philosophy, too?
All right.
Oh, please.
Just read that one right there.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go,
a very
Patty.
important...
Read away.
Oh, it's been proven to me with anything with tits and a cunt can do anything to a man.
Look how she's like, yeah, she could...
Patty, do you grind your teeth at night?
No.
I'm just asking.
Wow.
All right, so that's it for bloodletting?
Yeah.
All right, what was the next chapter?
I think chapter 5 was written by a gay man because he talks about having a very, very strong crush on his father. And that to me is like a 13 or 14-year-old stage of development that he never really left.
Oh, look at you. Is that
Yeah.
self? You thought of that yourself or read it in this book?
Well, that I know. It's common for 13 and 14-year-olds to have crushes on members of their own sex, and then they outgrow it a
Are
couple
you
years later.
insane? Your father?
Well, this guy had a crush on his father. That's what he said.
And
on
you
the first
think
page.
that's kind of normal at 13?
Yeah, at 13.
You are a mad woman.
Why?
You could have respect for your father. You can love your father. You could, but
No, he had a crush on his father.
But you said it's normal.
For a 13-year-old.
no, it isn't for any age.
Well, a lot of people go through that stage where they develop crushes on members of
Did
their
you
own sex.
It's only
develop
normal if it's a
crush
stepdaughter.
on your adopted or foster mother?
No, I didn't have that I didn't have a close relationship to her at all.
You ever
What
see
about
your
the father?
You ever see
But I
your,
did admire a camp counselor when I was 14.
Oh, admire. What do you mean by
Yeah,
admire?
get
Well,
into admire.
her name was Eunice, and
Her name?
yeah,
Of course
well,
it was
but I was
Eunice.
only 12 or 4. I was only like 13 or 14.
What the hell year was Eunice?
You thought she was hot?
Her
Eunice?
name
Well,
was
I don't know what
Abigail.
I thought, but I was
Yeah.
attached to her.
Her and Gertrude would come by and talk to me.
And then, of course, Edith would show up.
And eat my pussy.
Yeah, Yeah, but anyway,
Listen, hold on. What's up with Eunice? Were sexually attracted to her? Did you like her body?
I don't know what it was. I was just attached to her. She was my favorite counselor.
Yeah.
What did you want more out of your relationship with her that you weren't getting, that you were attached to her?
I don't even know.
So there was something else that you wanted to go further with, but you just didn't.
Right, but I don't even remember what it was about.
Did you just
her.
want maybe time alone with her? Did you get much time alone with her to talk personally?
Well, it was day camp. No, you don't. You're with other kids, and you're with the counselors. You know, I just liked her more than the others. You know, but in this chapter, the guy describes sneaking in to spy on his parents having sex. He would find their toys that they used on each other. He would go into their porno stash when they were away, and he described being fascinated by that, But because, I don't know, there must have been something peculiar about him, because when he went to school, he wasn't popular with the other kids. They used to ostracize and make fun of him. And
like you,
I don't quite remember what was in the chapter that caused that, but it could be that he was possibly developing into a gay person.
It kind of sounds like you, though.
No, I'm not gay.
No, with Eunice and.
Well, but
you were kind of an outcast in school, weren't you?
A little bit because of my foster parents, I guess.
Yeah, that must have been it.
They used to make fun of her. She used to dress in overcoats, and she looked like an old lady. And all my friends' parents were in their 20s.
She was an old lady, though.
Yeah,
how old she was. She was in her 60s.
That's an old lady.
And what grade were you in when she was in her 60s?
Well, she was 50. She was born in 06.
Jesus.
So I came to her in 56, so she was 50.
50, and your little friends would have parents in their 20s. And
you realize if your mom was still alive, or the person you were calling mom for most of your life, if she was alive today, she'd be
99 years old. She died when she was 69.
100 years old.
Yeah.
That's good.
But anyway, chapter 6 was interesting. Polyamory, which is multi-partner relationships. Your open marriages fall into that, where they're not satisfied with just one special person.
Wait, what is it called?
Polyamory. Polyamory. Polyamory.
Polyamory?
Yeah, I think that's. I think that's how you say it. I didn't know how it was pronounced.
I'll have an order of Polyamory at Paisano of Mulberry Street. I love the Polyamory.
Just to start. I'll start with the Polyamory.
But that's all it
and
was
some
about.
of the lasagna.
And I'll have some fisting for dessert.
What do you think of open marriages there, Stalker Patti?
I don't think they're real marriages at all, because a real marriage to me is between you and one other person. You may as well not be married and just be single, because if you're free to see other people, then why get married?
Well, you're single, but you're not doing anything.
That doesn't mean that I won't find somebody.
Yes, it does.
At this
You're
point.
done.
Not really, no.
No, until you change
Not
your
at all.
ideas on any of this stuff. It's over for you.
Right.
No.
Your snatch is drying up as we speak.
Nah.
The moisture's going away.
Not really, no.
All right,
Maybe
what else?
when Gertie
Okay,
was
well, chapter 7 is
happy,
a person who's a lesbian, a young person, possibly early 20s, finds herself through a sex toy, like a honey bear. It doesn't describe what the honey bear is.
It's a big production guy that drives a hybrid car. A little honey bear.
Well, was that the last chapter?
Well, I also had another chapter after that, which is people having sex during pregnancy and childbirth.
Egg sex?
During childbirth?
No, people having sex during pregnancy.
I was going to say, during childbirth. That is...
That's a little hard.
A little fisting during childbirth.
Yeah.
The kid just keeps going back in.
Although it is okay to your 6th or 7th
You finally get out of that
month.
awful relationship and a teenager drops out of your
All right, Patty, take the book back and.
I already have the book.
And you're gonna read some more for us, right?
Yeah, I gotta just cover some more chapters.
Sensational, provocative title.
Isn't that
Everything
wrong?
you know about sex is wrong. Little devil horns on it.
That's so.
Patty,
nice,
did you get titillated by anything in this book, even a little bit?
Well,
You're a woman.
well, let
allowed.
me say,
The fisting?
I like the relationship between Salvatore Dali and Gayla, his wife. That was very spiritual and very together.
Spiritual. She's looking
How
for.
about very erotic?
You know what's spiritual?
Yeah, using
a
another
10-inch
part
cock
of the
up
body.
your ass. That'd just shake it right out of you.
I would shake the cobwebs loose.
Ah, she'd be a 50-year-old hooah.
Hooah. All right, Patty.
Aw.
Okay.
We're running out of show. Stalker Patti, everyone. BillBurr.com.
Monster Comedy.